How's everybody doing? I got dry roads ahead, so I'm gonna be doing good. Just doing a little quick check-in real quick and let some people know I'm all right. Already got one in the room. How do I already have one in? Wow, you guys are faster than I am. That's either, I don't know, JD or Horsefly or somebody, but man, 2 in the room. Look at that dry pavement out there, people. It's just asking to be drove on. I did a little bit of driving. I decided to wait till the next morning because I had dealt with all that snow, you know what I'm saying? Let's see. Phantom 903 put, yo, what's up? Icon 2020 driver, why no real shutdown? I did a shutdown for like 5 days, brother. 4.5, yo yeah. So I have to do a little bit of moving just to get what I got to get done, and then I can bobtail. So I shut down when shutdown wasn't cool. Yeah, man, they had me for too long. You know, that wasn't in the plan. So I had to rewrite the plan, but I was shutting down before anybody was. I'm the first truck. Well, there was a bunch of us. There was a whole bunch of us. Glad you made it out safe. I appreciate that, Howard McPhee. I appreciate everybody that, you know, watching my stuff and checking it out. I gotta tell y'all though, if you are a driver, please hear what I'm saying. I put a link up to a video 2 years ago, maybe 3, I think it was 2.5, where I showed that you gotta build a road. You know, you gotta drive forward and backwards every, say, however many hours and pack that snow down just like that mule, that farmer's mule. You gotta step up and shake it off, like life, right? Well, you gotta pack that snow down or you'll have a drift and you'll be stuck in it. You know, by the time I got caught up with Kiwi, it was too late for him. He was already stuck and I knew they'd pull him out, but either way, so that you're not waiting in line to be pulled out or having to pay a wrecker, I didn't know that guy was gonna be there with a tractor. That was a free pull for a lot of people. A lot of people got off easy, but you could also die of carbon monoxide poisoning. The guy in the back that was all covered up, he was not idling. He had common sense. He just left his truck and went to the hotel, said piss on it, and he came back, and if he had to shovel, he would. If not, he's fine. But that was the truth about that situation. And the other 2 trucks, they left those little power trucks. They weren't in them idling, okay, or that would have been deadly. So it's not a cool thing to do. I just, you know, I was glad to see him and I shook his hand. I was glad he was alive after snow getting up like that, you know? Let's see, why was the EMS there? I never found out. It may be on the video. Did you catch it on video? I didn't watch. Listen, you gotta understand, people, I was running that 24/7 and me and Kiwi went inside at different times. And let me roll this back down here. Somebody went by with a reefer. Me and Kiwi went back. Oh, yes. Okay, so it was on there. That's good. That's good that it's on there, because I wanted to see it. I wanted to find it. I'll tell you what happened. I went inside and Kiwi was inside, so I went to go, you know, say hello to him and stuff, and also get coffee and use the restroom and stuff, and I was gonna come back. And then I left it running to keep it like a 24/7 traffic cam, and then I was asleep after that. But it was while I was upstairs, somebody up there told me, like, there was a couple from Texas, there was a guy from India, a really nice guy. I'm following him now. He's actually on Instagram, but I'm following him on Twitter, I believe, that he's got, you know, stuff that he'll put up. I put up some pictures. I've got aerial photographs. If you go to Twitter and check out trucking stuff, I put up drone pictures of 4 of them, of the whole map of the whole place, right? And they shared my videos at that truck stop on their Facebook page because I was the only one doing video. So everybody there was like, hey, he got me in there, that's awesome, right? And when I went around the back, they're like, hey, did you get that guy's truck? I've got other footage on another device that has video of other trucks getting pulled out. When this one died, the battery died, I grabbed my other phone that was an older phone that don't work, but it still works to be tethered for internet, and it still works. I have a data card in it that's empty for video. Maybe the quality isn't as good as this video, I don't know, but I think it's close. So I videoed out the other side of the window. They pulled an oversized big round tank, and I ain't been able to find it. I think it's on that camera. They pulled out probably 20% of the drivers at that truck stop, because none of them knew better. None of them knew to make a road. But the guy in the back knew better, but he left and went to the hotel. And so I was like, you know, but I was glad to see him. I was checking on people too. While I was out there, I was like, please God, let this guy be okay. And I was like, yes. That's what I was thinking, you know, in my head when I saw that big snowdrift. I was thinking carbon monoxide poisoning. But he never idled his truck, so that was good. But as far as the ambulance, someone around the back of the truck stop, is what I was told by the guy from India upstairs, needed the ambulance, and there was some kind of a super weird looking pickup truck, maybe? Because I saw the pickup truck, they said it was a pickup truck and an ambulance that went around back. I hope nobody died in their truck. I hope nothing bad happened, but I don't know. You could maybe look up Watertown, North Dakota. You put yes, okay. Watertown, North Dakota, and see if in Watertown, North Dakota, at the truck stop, if there's any rescue or 911, you know, if you even called their non-emergency number, you could probably ask them what happened on Friday. You know, it's now Saturday. So, but I left it running. Let's see here. He was pulled out by EMS. Wait, what happened now? Did somebody die? Icon? Icon, talk to me, man. Evidently, Icon looks up stuff on the internet and was able to find something. No, he didn't die. Okay, he just needed help. Okay, well that's good. How'd you know, Icon? Was you did you see it on the internet? Can you send me a link to it maybe as a comment somewhere or something? They took to the ER. Okay, was it a heart attack? Watched it live. Oh, holy crap, you mean it was on my video? Wow! I'm gonna have to watch my own stuff. I couldn't possibly, I looked through it, I tried to edit, I tried to look over it or what? Don't know, yes. And one video, I played music for people to listen to. It's still a video, it still exists, but it's banned in every country ever. they banned it in all countries, that's what they said. One day I'll show y'all notices like that on my laptop. Maybe the next couple lives I do. It's banned in every country. And so, and another one got copyright strike, so I can't commercialize it, but they let me put it back up. They're not mad at me. YouTube likes what I'm doing. They're like, okay, he's our guy. But at the same time, they slap your wrist every once in a while and say, you know, no soup for you, soup Nazi, right? So that video may have been the one that doesn't have commercials, or it's the one, I don't think it's the one that's banned. It's gotta be one that's still up. What's the name of that video? Because I put up, like I said, I chopped them into pieces. One I knew was going to get a copyright strike, so I ended it. And then I started another one that I knew wouldn't get a copyright strike. And I wanted to make sure y'all could see overnight and all day, like a progression. I might have lost maybe 1 hour in between when I was taking, charging my phone. So let me know, what was the name of the video, the actual name of that video where you saw the guy get pulled out. Or if not, I can search through them. I will watch them. Part of it I was sleeping. Believe it or not, I was like, let it rip, man. You know, we're gonna show this. If I'm gonna be shut down up in here, I'm gonna bring it to the people. It's the least I can do. I'm here. Let the president and everybody else know that, hey, we're still alive, we're good here, but it is messed up, and don't try to come here and the roads are shut down. And, you know, because they wanna know, you know, places wanna know, and even their little local fire rescue, whatever, would want to know, you know. So, there was a lot of places that was affected, but we were the worst. We were right there in the middle of it. It was like a hurricane. We were in the eye, and we took across all of it. Then it was a little bit of a break, then took it all again. And it was thunder snow. There was thunder, lightning. It was the craziest thing I ever seen. And it was really, really strong winds. And it was a lot of sleet that hit hard, and then a lot of snow. So that's kind of how it come on, and it just lasted for like ever. But my problem was, okay, if you're sitting there waiting, and they clear everything out, you still have a snowdrift on top of your truck, and you're liable for any cars behind you. Let's see, I can't post link as I'm not mod, but it's your Blizzard live stream South Dakota video. Okay, hang on a second. I'll make you a mod icon. Hang on a second. Can't do it right this second, but I will make you a mod. Okay, that's awesome. 2404. Let's see. Blizzard. I knew it happened. I knew it was in there somewhere because I was told about it, but I said I'll catch it whenever I get down there. But I didn't know they showed the truck. Maybe it was the guy in front of me on the right, and then he fell down after that, and I picked him up. Maybe that was that guy when he got back to his truck, the blue one to the right corner pocket. Hang on. I can't post a link. It says Blizzard live stream South Dakota video. South Dakota. Okay. EMS pull guy out. That's why that truck wasn't idling. I bet it was that old man. He fell down on his knees in front of his truck, right? And I went out to help him. That wasn't on camera, but my phone was dead. But I ran out and went up to help him up. And then another guy come up and he's like, "Is he okay?" I said, "I think he is." And he's, "Yeah, I just was, you know, grabbing my stuff here." He fell on his knees and then he got back up to his truck, got in it, and then everybody else had to shovel him out. It was kind of weird that everybody else shoved him out. I know he's older, but he wasn't the oldest person on the lot. There was another guy that was like way older, you know. I was going around helping, and I made a path on my driver's side with a shovel for everybody to walk from the back road because they had no way to get up front, and there was a big drift, and I wanted to knock it down for them to walk, and so I could back up to it again. And so, you know, everybody was wondering, they're like, how is it you don't have a drift here? It's like, dude, because I shoveled it yesterday, you know, so y'all have a path. And I beat it down. I walked it like 4 or 5 times with my combat boots on. So what's going on here? Oh, something with my signal or something. I don't know, but it's back. So yeah, thank you for telling me that. I was going to actually have to look for that. That saves me some time. I'll call and find out. I'll check and see, but I think if it was the guy on the right in the blue truck in front of Kiwi, parked on the end on the corner, he didn't idle his truck and wasn't in his truck. Sometimes older people think they cannot idle, and it makes their blood thicken up, and man, it'll make you have a heart attack. A lot of people do that when they go camping. Let's see. I was supposed to be there in that mess, but I took a detour, and to get over here in Nevada, I came through Arizona on I-40. You know what? I was coming down from north of Minnesota, and then what I should have done if I had any common sense, I'd have come down through Minneapolis and come down straight down to 35. But I looked at it, I'm like, I'm just tired of that mess. I don't want to be caught up in them cities. I'm gonna go this way. Then I stopped there, and then if I had left a few hours earlier, I might could have done something with it. But it's no worries, man. It is what it is, because by the time I would have got where I was going, that place would have been messed up. So, and 29 is still, there's still a pilot, not this one, but there's still a pilot that's underwater down on 29, you know, south of Sioux City, Iowa. So on 29, you can look it up, and it says on Trucker Path. But I've got aerial pictures up on Twitter. If anybody goes on Twitter, I put the pictures up on there, 4 of them, and put that we were there and all. But I also put links on all these videos, people, to the one 2 years ago where I showed tips on weather stuff, and then before that I put the one video just on making a road. You got to make a road with your truck, man, back and forth, maybe a couple times a day when it's heavy snow, once a day whenever it's whatever regular snow, and then you don't have to get pulled out. I didn't have to get pulled out. Some other drivers didn't have to get pulled out. You know, well, I told them on the radio, and then they started doing that shit. I'll guarantee you they wasn't doing it before that. Y'all heard me on the radio. I told them, and then all of a sudden you start to see trucks rocking. This guy says, he was funny, he says, is everybody jamming out to the same song? I see all these trucks starting to dance. I'm like, no, they're trying to break their trailer brakes loose so they can make a road. But yeah, you got to know that stuff. I've got a winter survival playlist on there, and I ain't trying to promote the stuff. I'll tell you on this one, you ain't gotta watch that video. You know, keep pants that'll keep you warm, the ones from Burlington Coat Factory, $10, the back wall. People probably tired of hearing me say it. I'll tell it anyway. Get you some good waterproof boots. Nothing worse than walking in wet socks or even having wet gloves to give you hypothermia. I used one pair that got wet cleaning out the channels in the front where the air intake goes for my breathing air, all that snow, cleaning it out, and it got wet, and they were just mechanics gloves, and I took them right off, you know, but I used them just to knock it out real quick. But man, I don't even want to see another snow shovel on a truck. But the thing is, here's the thing too, you're liable for any snow that comes off the top of your trailer and hits cars behind you, and even if you cause a foggy condition behind you from the dust blowing at first, or if you hit a bridge and it pulls back and rips the top of your trailer off or whatever, you're liable for all that. And you're liable for cars behind you that might wreck. It might fall down and hit their windshield. Ice comes off and just hits them and it busts their windshield and messes their car up and puts dents in it like hail, only worse. You could have to buy a whole hood. Look, I waited, man. I waited till that stuff was gone off the top of my trailer. You know, because there's blades. I did a video on snow blades to scrape off the top of trailers. There was not one within at least 300 miles of that place. And they just don't have them. They don't believe in them. They keep running them. And I learned about some of the people there. There's a lot of intelligent people there, but then there's a few, and I ain't gonna just go into, you know, specifics, but golly, man, they weren't all that bright. And they just want to wreck vehicles and treat them like crap and stuff. And I was like, really? And then I asked a guy, I was like, what's that deal? And he's like, yeah, that's them over here. And I was like, oh, really? Okay. So, yeah, I'm just saying, stick to horse and buggies if that's your thing. And I'm gonna leave it right there, just like that. But, yeah, you know, make a road, people, and plan ahead best as you can. I knew what I was doing. I got a pretty good idea of what I'm doing most times. And I figured, you know what? I'm gonna video the hell out of it while I'm there. And it's gonna turn around and it's gonna prove my point, because everybody's gonna be snowed in. Their brakes are gonna be locked. They have to beat the brakes off, and they will not have made a road and have to shovel themselves out. So you got a choice. Pull forward and backward every once in a while, or shovel like hell. So 2 years ago I put that video up. But the pictures that are cool, like I said on Twitter, those 4 pictures of aerial drone footage, I need to get one with video. I need a drone with video is what I need. And you know, I'm just learning this stuff, man. I'm an old dude playing a young person's game right now at this internet stuff, but I'm good with the trucking part of it. So I can't afford to have somebody that's some kind of a techie or something to, you know, ride with me and chronicle all this mess or something like Ernest Borgnine did before he passed away. So I'm kind of doing it on my own. So I appreciate the leeway too, and a little bit of, you know, latitude people give me when stuff ain't perfect. But I got people helping me too. Now I got a guy from India who he's now my friend, and he's going to tell me some info about some stuff that happened to him. We're going to tell his story on one of my recorded audio things. They locked him up. They put him in jail, put him in handcuffs, took him to jail, all this stuff, because he was working for company, let's just say company A, who was legally able to carry company B's trailers for company C or whatever reason, and company B or C, whichever one, owned the name on the trailer, called it in as stolen equipment, and he went to jail. And then they said, well, we're gonna send you a piece of paper saying we're not gonna prosecute you and all this, but he had to spend time in jail. Listen, people, trucking can be like that. That's some real stuff, and I'm gonna tell that story, and he's gonna tell his story. He's from India, so give him a little bit of latitude on his, you know, his accent, but he does speak good enough English to be understood. And he's a super smart guy. He was an engineer, and then came over here, and now he's trucking. But yeah, man, I met quite a few people that I'm networking with that's going to help me out with my channel. I've learned even more than I did before. Of course, you're always learning every day about, you know, stuff. And yeah, I got some cool what I would call Art Bell kind of intel kind of videos I'm going to be making. Some really cool stuff, not about aliens, about real stuff, surveillance, that kind of stuff. It's going to make for some entertaining listening, and I'll bring it to you. I'll write down a lot of stuff and have my thoughts gathered. Hopefully nobody will run into somebody in front of me and make me off my game. But then I'll read it, and then I'll just go off the cuff from there. But yeah, and like I said, I got people I can call and get on the horn and talk to, and now we got a weatherman, Kiwi. That's awesome, right? Doing the weather. So like they do that walking against the wind stuff, you know. It's really funny. But yeah, I'm sure Mike Morales is jealous. He does that weather channel. I've got my own weatherman, my on the scene outdoor weather person is what I call him. So yeah, I kind of, yeah. All right, man, I'm telling you, it's funny. Let's see. You got to put a little green alien into, bro. A little green alien. I'll tell you what, I think Hillary coughed up one of those. Maybe I could get that from them if they're, did they bring that thing back to life? Did they give it CPR? I don't know what that was about. Somebody sent me a video of that. I was like, what was that? So, yeah, boy. That's some of that new Green Deal tea, I guess. I don't know, but LOL. Yeah, so I just do what I do, but I've got some really cool stuff to talk about, like I said. And you know, we are playing Russian roulette with the sun, so keep a map book, because if the Russians and Chinese don't grab our satellites, blow up or hit our satellites, those are 3 options they have, or if something they've already blown up doesn't fragment and run into our satellites and make us lose GPS, then the sun might take them out itself, because there's a very large hole in the sun. Some guy showed a planet hitting it, and then all of a sudden there's a big hole. I believe him. Stuff sun dives all the time, and they, you know, they doing cloud seeding in the atmosphere to mess stuff up too, putting aluminum powder and who knows what else, all these chemicals and crap, crazy stuff. And if you don't believe me, I'm gonna give you something that you might like right now to hear about, and you can look it up. I'll put a link to a video and you can listen to the story about the Anunnaki. Okay, the first cloud seeding operation was 440,000 years ago. I'll let you debunk me on that, but that's what they recorded, okay, in our first known civilization on tablets. They said people came from another planet and they needed our gold, and I think they were grinding it up into monatomic gold, the same as what Moses made those people eat, the bull that was made of gold. He made them eat it. They ground it up into powder, and then you can actually, it's colloidal gold. Some people actually take paper thin gold and put it on turkeys, and you can eat it. It's a really weird thing, like for a turkey dinner or something, just to be weird. Like a gold leaf, real thin. Well, monatomic gold, or even what you would call colloidal gold, some people believe in colloidal silver being good for you. I wouldn't take that. One guy turned blue trying to take it. He was on Oprah a long time ago. Point is, back to the gold part. They wanted gold to fix their atmosphere, is the story that was written in tablets. Whether you believe it or not, if they're putting gold in the atmosphere somewhere else, well, that might have been the first cloud seeding operation. So Mike Morales, if you're watching this, I got older intel than you do. And then if you look at it, he's saying they're putting aluminum powder. He's got pictures of the planes, pictures of the tanks, showing what chemicals they're using, people on the planes and stuff, showing the planes take off and everything's fine, and then all of a sudden they start spurting out and trying to spray stuff, and it's not a fuel dump because it's coming out of too many places. Fuel dump comes out of one spot, just in case that side, so it doesn't catch on fire from the flames from the jets. So yeah, it's kind of like that. And if you don't believe in fuel dumps, I got some intel for you there too. There was a band that, whether you enjoy their music or not, they were a famous band, and they were supposed to be flying somewhere, and the pilots were not all that experienced, and when they took off, there was a fire in one of the tanks. The pilot freaked out. The co-pilot freaked out a bit. One of them, I'll have to look up which one it was, it's been so long since I've learned this story, but hit the switch, man. They were trying to hit the switch to kill engine number 2. Instead, they hit the switch that did a fuel dump, and it dumped all their fuel out, and they flew however many more yards and crashed into the woods. And it killed a man named, I believe his name was Eddie Van Zandt, and also a backup singer, and it hurt the other people in the band, and forever caused a rift in that, and his the name of his band they had named after their teacher that said they would never make it. That teacher's name was Lynyrd, and his name was Lynyrd Skynyrd, but they named the band Lynyrd Skynyrd. So look that up if you don't believe in fuel dumps, and you'll understand it. It's in the records, and there's people that's got some videos up on it somewhere, I'm sure. If any of them tell the true story, they'll tell that the pilot made a fuel dump. So, but that's not fuel dumps, what they're doing, people. That is cloud seeding. They do talk about weather modification, that kind of stuff. But the first one was 440,000 years ago, whether you want to believe it or not. So I'll put that out there. I'll stand on that. You can beat me up about it if you want. The Anunnaki thought it was so important that they had put it into stone tablets, and that's their story of what they say started it all. And they seem to know what they're talking about, and they wanted gold, and they found all the old gold mines in Africa that go down miles and miles deep that are already played out, kind of thing, you know. And if you ask me, I think that's what they tore the Grand Canyon up with. I think that's why it's gone. But we're just doing some lunchtime chatting into some crazy talk, ain't we? For now. And I'm having coffee, I got some roast, and I had an equipment meltdown. I'll tell you, I got gremlins, or the NSA is shooting lasers at my shit, I'm saying. But no, I'll tell you what it actually was I popped a fuse because there's an issue with a wire that I was using on one dash cam. And it's a splitter. And so I got a new splitter, and if I have issues, I'll return that one. But it's one of those, it's Wilson, and it's got 2 USB ports and 2 cigarette lighter plugs for 20-something bucks at this flying hook right here. I just replaced it with one. If I have any issues out of that one, I'm taking them both back, and I'm gonna call the company. I'm gonna tell them I'm gonna give them a bad review on my channel if they don't fix that mess. So it's kind of crazy, but it didn't pop the fuse on this side over here where the CB was plugged up. I don't think it's CB. It was plugged up over here. I don't think it was the CB feeding back into it or nothing. It just, if I plug them up together, the CB makes my telephone lose service on lives. So I don't do that no more. I have to run my wires all crazy off my dash even to do this, what I'm doing right here for you people. But yeah, so I got a new piece of equipment I'm fixing to cut open and put up on my dash and wire it up right now while I'm talking to you. And I have a small cigar that's left, and then I've got that big massive one that I'm going to be smoking later. Maybe tomorrow. Be a good day for it. I'll be at the end of tomorrow. But still got to do some tidying up and stuff, but getting there. So we took care of Kiwi. I made sure the scraper scraped in front of me and him. I asked him, and it was the owner of that truck stop. He said, sure, I can do that. Man, nicest guy ever. He did not have to do all that. He could have scraped his lot and said, y'all better call wreckers. Nope, he pulled every single slinging one of them out. Except one guy beside me got pulled out by the oversize that was behind me. That's the one I didn't get videotape of. That's the only one. So he had a chain on the back of his thing, and I was trying to move for him, and he just got a little antsy, started getting rude. But he straightened up when I told him, hey, look, dude, I said, if I'd been listening to you, I'd be stuck in the snow right now. So you hush, and I'll come out there when they're finished doing their work. They're working. You gotta give them room to scrape for a minute and just chill. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of people out here that they think if they mash as hard as they can, that's how they make a living. Man, don't be stressing other people with your mess. Drive one truck at a time. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I'm gonna turn this radio back up a bit. If you want to make comments, that's fine. And I appreciate you, Icon. Icon, you're awesome. I appreciate you putting stuff up and telling me, because I was gonna have to search for that. I was upstairs and they told me about it. The only thing I saw was the funny looking pickup truck. I told them, I said, it's the NSA that went into my truck and, you know, did whatever they're gonna do and then split. Maybe that's why my cigarette lighter plug thing is out. He went smiling. Yeah, I appreciate it, Icon. Maybe that's why my cigarette lighter plug's fried. they fried my stuff. It did die, but it's because I had it plugged up to something that was a bad port to charge on that thing. So just after they got there, my power cut out, if I remember, if that's the same video. And I came back, I was like, oh man, my stream died. And when I was looking at it upstairs, I was watching it upstairs on my other device because they got Wi-Fi. So I'm checking it out, you know, hey, is anybody gonna hit my truck? Well, I even made some comments on a different live up there. They're like, how'd you do that? I was like, I'm up here watching. And they're like, well, just so you know, people's knocking on your door. I'm like, well, just so you know, they ain't done scraping. I don't care what they do down there. I'm not moving my truck till they scrape that mess out of the way and I'm out of their way. Because to pull up and park for somebody to move out of the way is rude. You know, they need that open area to scrape. But yeah, so I was watching it, and then it said, all of a sudden it said stream ended 14 minutes ago, and that's about the time somebody had told me about it after I hadn't been watching for a while. So that's about the time the guy got pulled out of that truck. But I got one fixing to back into something. What's he doing over there? I think he's gonna hit that purple. Golly, dude, there's no way you cannot hit that truck. Oh my God. People, if you could see what I could see. Oh man. Do we really want to show another wreck on live? Do we really? Look, that's not gonna work. I don't know if y'all know that or not. He said, let's see. Icon wants to see. We're gonna see if Allied does a hit and run real quick. But really, I can't get over quite that much. You know what I'm saying? I guess I could. Let me sip on this coffee and I'll move you. It's kind of difficult though. Yeah. It's like half past crazy. Hang tight. Let's see what we got here. Oh, he's gonna fix it. He realizes he's like way off kilter. I mean, he was way off kilter. Maybe he gave up. I mean, there's just no way he could have not hit that truck. You see, he took off. For real, you can't be set up like that and not hit him. So, look, he aborted. Give him 100 points for that, and he's got a cool super truck. I got no problem with that Allied. Man knows his limitations. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty cool. And I would have had him on video. You ain't getting away, not around me. You are not gonna hit somebody and split on somebody. Oh golly, did you see what just went by? Y'all see? I can't get away from them people. I'm just saying, my live is never gonna be the same again. Man, it's like, so he's gonna come back around and try it again. He's gonna set up better, but yeah. We'll get it worked out. But that's a super truck, man. That's a nice ride. They always have to have sleepers than bed buggers because, I don't know, man. They got like 5 of them in there. You got to have one to drive, one as a helper, a couple more for I don't know what reason. Yeah. They got like a crew. I'll let you check him out. That's a super truck right there. I'll have one of those one day. Because you can have look, you got a shower in there that you don't have to just build some little makeshift shower. You got room for one, and all that. You got cabinets and stuff. So, I got my stuff pretty well squared away with plastic totes, but that's like a longer sleeper, a longer everything back there. Main thing about having one of those is the shower, but yeah. It all works out. But yeah, back to what we were talking about though, or what I was talking about and you guys were listening about. Look at the dry pavement, man. Gotta like that. And yeah, I'll be doing some talking because the guy from India, he says, you wouldn't believe the surveillance we have over there. I said, really? And I was already gonna do one on China's surveillance system, right? They have a social credit system. And if you buy a couple of bottles of wine and some chips, they'll say that that's bad for your health and they'll demerit your social credits, and you can't ride the train, can't go, you know, use public transit, can't fly anywhere, all that stuff, right? And they'll make it so you can't make no money, you could die. Okay, if you cross against the crosswalk, against the light, they'll drop your social credit rating or whatever you call it. And a guy did a report on it, and I'm not sure if it was, I don't know if it was BBC or if it was Reuters or who it was. And I took that and I started looking at other places, started thinking about how they're doing the Drivewise, because they're in your computer in your logbook, and they're when everybody's on a log, on a computer log, and when they get all that worked out and make everybody have them, that's when they're going to start using it against you. And every time you've got some kind of something that says brakes, even if you fixed your brakes, or something that says you know, anything about the truck itself that's got a problem in your computer, they're going to run you around back and you're going to get inspected every single time. It's going to be a pain in your butt, even though you know you got your truck fixed, unless you go and have them delete the code in your computer. So, and off of your computer log. That's what Drivewise does for you, whether you pay for it or not. They're in there already, and they are already data mining it, and all the cameras up on the poles and the sensors and stuff. Oh yeah, they're in my phone right now. What's up, people? So I'm just saying, I wave at them because I know they're watching this side too. They want to see what I look like. They're like, hey man, I want to see the good view. So they can control your camera and your phone. You know, there's a guy that talked about that, said if you get a new phone, you know, he solders them out and stuff. I don't care. If my life is that interesting and what I do, let them watch, man. Enjoy the show. I'll be gone one day. I hope you can play it on a rewind. It's all good. I ain't worried about it, whatever. So Kiwi is definitely not worried about it. He is off the chain. That guy, I've got pictures I've seen of his stuff. I've seen his video stuff where he's hauling road trains with like 5 trailers, 5 people. You know, he jokes now, he's over here, he's like, yeah, I'm pulling my 1 trailer. You know, it's funny. So, and these trailers are not just 2 axles. These are like multi-axle trailers. It's like every single one of them looks like a super trailer with 100 tires. Some of them 90, 100 tires, you know. So I've seen the video of him driving them and the video of the new quads. He calls one a quad, and then the one with 5, you know, has got 5, but the quad's got 4. He put his video up on his YouTube channel. You can check them out, because I said you got to get that video off Instagram. They're not paying you for that. That's crap you're doing for free, but you need to put it on YouTube, man, and you at some point can monetize that. I said there'll be 1 million views on that crap. That's crazy. We don't even do that over here, you know. And I told him I've been thinking about anyways putting on the front of my truck, instead of road train or instead of oversize, I'm gonna have banners made up. I told him I thought about this a while back, but I'm gonna have a banner made up on each side like the road train, and it's gonna say money train. 2-piece money train. It's like you can't stop the money train. Even though the snow did stop me, I chilled. It was all good, you know, because I make better time out of my DOT hours on dry pavement. Oh, you liking that icon? Yeah. So I appreciate that intel icon. You saved me a lot of time trying to find that, because I was worried about that, but I got to run, you know. I'm just taking my break here. Got to show a break too. The DOT says I have to. Got to show a break. I don't know if that means break dance in front of the truck or walk against the wind like the weatherman, or if that means, I don't know what I should do on my break, but you're not supposed to be engaged in interstate commerce of the moving kind. So you can take an alien spaceship, go where you want. You just gotta be, you know, gone at least 30 minutes. So whatever, man, I'm compliant. You know, I've been off actually a little more than 30 minutes, but I gotta cut this thing open. This is what I got. I'm gonna photobomb you real quick. Don't be scared. Just a little something gonna drop in for the shot. Y'all see what I'm talking about? That's what I had break. It's got the 2 amp and the double plug. That's what I'm fixing to dig into right now while we're talking. Because my old one up here went to a one-way ticket to Deathville. And that's my little trick, by the way, too, is rubber bands to hold them cigarette lighter plugs in so you're not pushing them in all the time. Rubber bands, people, rubber bands. You see, I'm bringing it to you. I'm teaching y'all something, you know, helping y'all out. But one of them was burnt and one of them wasn't half right. So the only thing it's good for right now is actually holding trash bags up. I hooked my little Walmart bag there for a trash bag, so it's still good for that. So I almost don't want to get rid of it because it still holds my trash bag up, but I'm going to have to send it back. Talk to Mr. Wilson about that. So, or maybe it's a, I don't know, maybe it's Wilson Conglomerate LLC or something, whatever. I'll cut this and open right quick though. Shave into this. So if you hear screaming, pain, and bleeding back here, it's because I don't know how to cut open one of these suckers. There, I got it. Yeah. Might have to call an ambulance for me. Wow. Got one coming in for a landing. That's crazy, right? See what I can't do here. See, I can't even have no CB radio. Plug it in at the same time. Where's this plug to? To the battery, cool? Yeah. Yes, Cessna, you are clear to run on runway 380. That's past 360. That's really, it should be 010. Anyway, they're gonna buzz the truck stop. We'll let them land. I'll get them in here. So, yeah, it's gonna be a crazy week too with that shutdown happening. We're gonna see what happens with that. They threw a wrench in my works, made me do something a little bit different, but I shut down for everybody, so I got you beat. And then I'll shut down some more if I have to, or do what I do. Start a whole new company, use my EIN number. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Whatever I gotta do to continue moving freight and trying to make a living. Trying to. But yeah, about that surveillance stuff, that guy over in India, I'm sorry, over here, he was telling me, he's a driver too, he was telling me that they have this thing, right? It's a box, and I'll show the video of it, but it's basically, it's a camera that it's clamped to the guardrail of the side of the road. And I don't know if you've ever watched people race horses, or I'm sorry, dogs, race dogs. If you ever have seen video of a dog track, look one up if you hadn't. Dog tracks, to make the dogs run, they put this little fake rabbit up on a guardrail, and it rides along that guardrail, and they're chasing the rabbit. They're not running after each other, they're chasing the rabbit. And I think if they ever caught that rabbit, it would ruin them. I don't think they'd run anymore, but because they'd realize it ain't worth catching. But they have them chase that rabbit, and it rides along the guardrail. Well, in India, they have a camera that rides on the guardrail in a box, like that rabbit does. Seems to move a lot slower, but it's part of their surveillance. They do some weird stuff in India. I think they even shot a satellite up. They've done some crazy stuff. I ain't gonna say they're on top of their game about everything or nothing like that. You know, I'm thinking we're light years ahead. Literally. We could probably go light years and you'll never find out about it. But I'll tell you, India, they got some stuff. And for surveillance, they got some stuff. And the guy showed me what it was. I was like, there's no way. And it showed there was a camera. And there's a video of it. I'll put a link up to that. I might even put it on this video, so you know what I'm talking about when I get a chance. I'll put a link up to it when I find it. But it's, he's told me a lot of stuff, and I was like, really? So we're gonna be doing some talking. I'm gonna interview him, and then he'll tell me too about how, in a different video, we'll talk about just his case where he was arrested, and they send him all these half-ass apology letters, is what I call them, where, oh, we're not going to prosecute you. Well, that's nice, but now he doesn't know if he should sue the company that owned the trailer, that called it in as stolen, because he had paperwork showing he was supposed to have that load. It was loaded on that trailer. That's what he was supposed to take. They called the trailer in stolen and put him in jail. Oh yeah, crazy stuff, man. And he had the paperwork on it. He had the paperwork where they had the agreement with that company, and it's a major carrier. Major. Juliet, Bravo, Henry, you know what I'm saying, major carrier. No lie. And so he's thinking, should he sue them now for being put in jail for their mess? Should he for calling it in stolen when it shouldn't have been, when they had paid him to haul it? Oh yeah, some big time stuff there. So we'll be talking to him, but they put him in bracelets, linked him up, is what you call it. Some people up north call it being linked up. Yeah, crazy happenings. But that's, I guess, a really good sneak peek into what I'll be doing and talking about. But I've got to do some more research though, and I'll tell you, seems like we are 440,000 years behind the Anunnaki, because they were trying to cloud seed their planet with gold. That's why they wanted it. Let's see. Be back in 30 minutes. Okay, Icon, I won't be here, but they'll make it up a video. They'll put it up unless they don't like me. And welcome to the NSFA. But peace out, dude. You go ahead. Yeah, so I'm just gonna drink this coffee. I have plugged up my cigarette lighter plug. He put okay. Yeah, so I put up my cigarette lighter plug here, and I've been using this thing off a little life support, little battery thing. I don't know that it's doing anything. Cell Tronics, piece of crap. I've been having some battery issues, you know, and having to try to, what am I gonna plug into kind of thing. But I believe now that I got this thing, now I can actually use my CB and this, because I was having to unplug my CB and also use the dash cam. So we are going to try to plug in this dash cam and see if it doesn't fry things. I hope not. We shall see. That's fused though through that, so it shouldn't pop a fuse. It really shouldn't. Let's see what I got here. I don't think it'll pop a fuse. Let's find out. Well, oh, I need the rubber band off the other Wilson thing. Yeah, the one I showed y'all. So I'm gonna do that. This is a cool truck coming by. A step deck kind of thing. Barnhart. He's gonna take some kind of spot. Maybe he's gonna turn around and loop it. Make my dash cam happy. I just deleted all those cards the other day in that time I had. It took forever, but I got it going. Let's see, is it gonna work? I'll unplug it and then plug, oh wait. Should be working. No. Let me unplug it and plug it back up. That did it. Okay, dash cam is up and running. So now, if any primes want to come on, I'm just saying. I got you. Just saying. Wow. We got to watch our backs, man, doing this stuff. So, yeah, that is crazy about the one driver had to be pulled out of this truck, though. If it's the one I'm thinking about, I'm sure it's the blue one on the right corner pocket there. And now, I got that wired up. And, it won't work with my live stream. It'll give me trouble, but I'm going to plug this up, and it shouldn't give me the trouble. Yeah, getting everything wired up again. And then I'll get going in a bit, but, turn the radio back up. Anybody want to say something? Don't be the strong silent type. And new electronic equipment, getting it fixed, because you just can't ride if you're not connected. I'm gonna loop this across the top for now, or well, that'll work this way. Yep. Then the next thing I'll do is change the fuse out that I popped on the other side. So I have two cigarette lighter plugs at the bottom. I know which fuse it is too. I'll show that on the video. A lot of people, you know, you pop them fuses, you don't know which one it is. I'll show it it's in the book. Oh, now I can relax for a minute. It's a nice day. People, I hope y'all are doing good. I was stuck for a good hot minute. It was all over national news. They stole some of my footage and put it on national news. That was kind of crazy. But I'm gonna get in touch with them stations too, by the way. I'm gonna say, yeah, you need to put me in the credits. You know what I'm saying? At least they didn't pass it off as their own. They did say that it was amateur footage or whatever, but they need to go a little further than that. You know. there's a lot of them know what I do and they don't want to promote my efforts, you know. But, and I'll tell you something too, you got to be careful even with your freedom of speech nowadays, because they are looking that if you might say something that they can sue you for or something, they want to try it. Which then you can sue them back and make them pay for your lawyer too, and it's good money. Let's see. I need to get a new dash cam. The one I have keeps telling me card full every 4 minutes. Okay, Phantom, I'll tell you what you do, brother. Listen to me when I say this, okay? You take that dash cam card. I believe the device can delete it all. Okay, since you don't need it, you're not like me. I'm a hoarder. I've got freaking 100 of them damn cards and I hadn't had time, but I got a couple of them clean the other day. I got like 4 of them clean. But I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna start putting stuff up. But it's really good footage too. I got a FedEx double that tried to teach the rear double how to roll over and then sit and stay in the middle of the highway. So it's like good pup. So I need to put that one up. I need to put stuff up, but I hadn't had time because I'm driving. But I hit that button and record, and then I'll swap the card out. So here's what you do. You need to set the settings on that thing so that it's by shock only, okay? Not by motion. It's automatically probably set on motion and shock. You need to go into the settings and turn the motion off. I've got 2 cameras. I got a lot more than 2, but I've got 2 dash cam type cameras. One's facing forward and it gets the whole array in the front. Another one I put on my driver's side door at night and somebody comes by my door, even the motion will set it off. And I got them, you know what I'm saying? And I keep now on my passenger side door. So actually it says 3. So anyways, anybody comes walking around my truck, I got them, but I keep the side ones on motion detect and on shock. I keep the front one just on shock. You need your camera just on shock or it will fill up motion detect for even that bobtail driving by you right there. Will set your camera off and you're recording everything. That's the problem. You don't have a problem with your dash cam, you got a problem with the settings. So set it to where it's shock only, and you can still hit the button and record, and then have it format that card, and then it'll say, do you sure you want to delete everything off this card? Do it, and then it'll reset. Betty Boop says, hey trucker stuff. What's up, Betty Boop? Kiwi got loose. It's a Kiwi on the loose. We have not heard word from him. He's running around a truck stop or a highway somewhere. Him and Kiwi too. It's a dangerous place now because they're out on the road and they're not encumbered by the snow anymore, so watch out. And I'm having roast, man, and coffee and fixing to dip. You know I like to roast at these Flying J's, man. $6 and I tell them put it in a plate. Seems like I get more that way. I don't know. Put a little bit of A1 on it and everything is good. So out of all of those trucks though at that truck stop, I can assure you this is no lie because I have video of every one of them except one that had to hook up and get pulled. Every one that got pulled except one. Now the back lot, I think they pulled 6 I didn't get, so that makes 7. Okay, 2 Kiwis, we're in trouble. Yeah, we're in trouble. So wear a vest, a safety vest, and hope for the best. That's all I can say. And the way they drive across the parking lots, I don't always wear mine or nothing, but man, you probably should. I highly recommend it now. Especially in companies training from the sleeper bunk. Wake me up if you hit something kind of mess. Yeah, so anyway, let's see here. Okay, cool, my dash cam is the mobile spec. Yeah, it doesn't matter what kind it is. Just go into settings and change it so that it's shock only, no motion detect. Turn motion detect off. You'll see what I'm talking about. Then you delete, format your card. Format your card means delete it, and there you go. You may even take the card out and put it back in with a dime. Push a dime in there, it'll pop it out, and then push it right back in with that dime. And it may say, this card's full, do you want to, you know, format it or something, and format it then, or you may have to go into settings. So, and if you have a dash cam from your company, they may not even give you that, even if it would help you fight a ticket in court. companies are stingy with their stuff because they're thinking they might get sued because you've been given information that shows that it's your fault. So run your own dash cam, piss on your company's dash cam, and you can't trust them to give you that. I'm gonna move this one a bit. You can't trust them to give you that if you need it and want it. And if you ask them right now, they'll probably tell you what I just said. Say, no, we don't give that to drivers. And that's your answer. And it could be a different person, even if they did let you on the day when you need it, that says, nope, we don't do that. CYA, people, cam up. 2 is 1, 1 is none. So if you got 2 cameras and one of them's out, you know what I'm saying? And if you think I'm kidding, I can show you where I keep my spare, and that's 1. So I got 1. 1 is right. 1 is right there. Maybe it's difficult for you to see, but it's there. Okay, and the other one is right here, and it's a Uniden. So, you know what I'm saying? So, I use, and then the other one's on the other side for that passenger side door. Oh yeah, anybody comes near my truck, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Anybody comes near my neighbor's truck, I got them too. Falcon caught that one and sent me the video. Still in SD? Well, barely. Barely. I'm fixing to be out of here. Let's see where I'm at exactly, but yeah, barely. Because like I said, I waited till the snow melted off the top of my trailer, because otherwise you could get a ticket. And I watched a cop pop one guy as soon as he got on the interstate with a big old drift, and I knew what I had. I'm like, no, you ain't gonna get me like that. I'm not stupid. I've been playing this game for too many years to be handing money out just like that. You know, you got a CYA, and there's not a snow blade scraper for the top of trailers anywhere within like 300 or 400 miles of that place. So that's I guess you'd call that a Minnesota and Wisconsin and Chicago, all across Illinois thing to have a blade. It looks like that certified scale sign up there, but it's got a blade that comes down, and usually they have an operator on site. A lot of UPS terminals, I think, have them. There's, you know, you could just use them if you know how, but if there's a person that mans them and they say, no, we have to have our operator work it, he'll lower the wheels down to right on top of your trailer. You'll drive forward through them, and it'll scrape the snow off the top of your trailer. You're a good man. Yeah, try. I do what I can. So, because you get out there and then somebody gets killed, it's on you. It's all you, man, and you will go to prison. Not just here's your ticket, you know what I'm saying? Or you'll go across, and I've had a little bit of a drift on one. I felt that pull of a bridge and it dumped behind me. There was nobody way behind me. I knew this, but yeah, there was no blades around, and you knew where your route was, and you travel at a time it's not busy, and you wait till you got an open spot, and then you get up ahead of everything, and then there you go. So once it hits the ground, it'll, you know, scatter, and it's not a big deal as long as you ain't got big pieces of ice. And that was a light snow beforehand, but it was heavy on top of there. So you have to you got to get the top of that trailer cleaned off, because you drive down the road with it, but you feel that pull, you run the risk of ripping a hole in the top of a trailer. And that was a long time ago. Let's see, Martin McMickens, what's up, bud? Man, just having a lunch, showing people a good looking view right out the front here of my, what I like to call my training video. Some people call it a windshield. You know what I'm saying? It's your training video, people. You're supposed to watch it every day. Having coffee and a lunch. Man. And some water. Oh man. But yeah, but that scraper blade rolls, there's wheels on each side of the top for the top of your trailer, or the bottom of it for the top of your trailer, and it's got a blade that looks like a plow, or it looks like a old cow pusher that goes on the front of a train, because it's pointed in the front like a plow or a cow pusher. They used to nudge cows. For some reason, cows like to sleep on railroad tracks. I'll never understand it. just like possums like to walk down the edge of the road. So the cow will be sleeping on the railroad track and they come up. I want to see the truck. And I can't show you the truck right now, man, and plus the inside's a disaster. The outside's dirty, and I'm fixing to be leaving. I'm kind of having my lunch. But I got a picture, I got a video up on it when it's in Miami. You can look at it there. It's a good shot. I was in between a couple of palm trees. I think I called the video My Truck Video or something. It's up there. But like I said, right now it's kind of dirty. It needs to be washed. I haven't had time. And it was so cold outside. I mean, you can't wash something in the cold. It was just, I did 17 below. I've got video of it that I hadn't put up from 2 years ago. That's how behind I am on video. I could quit right now and have video for days. But yeah, I got video of me at a self truck wash. I want to say it was 17 degrees, and it washed it pretty good, but then it iced on it. But hey, that's okay. And I put alcohol in the windshield, sprayed it through, got that cleaned up, and it was good to go. And then the sides of it might have had a little bit of ice on it, but it looked way better than all the nasty that was on it. So it works, because they had heated pressure things. That's up there in Missouri, north of that Missouri place, that truck stop, 4 State Truck Parts and all that stuff. That's like exit 4, Chrome Shop Mafia, where they did Trick My Truck. Those guys that actually were in that television show Trick My Truck, there's only one of them left there. It's Big Boss. He owns that place. The guy that says tear down, he's gone. All the other guys are gone. But that's a real bunch of mechanics that were working at that place. They sell parts. They just have a scrap yard, a piece together yard. They don't usually do mechanical work, but they got that. So let's see here. So I don't have a photo bomb here. I'm going to give you guys a different view for a sec. But yeah, the guys off Trick My Truck has got a place up there, and then north of there there's a self wash, and then east of there on, I want to say is that 40, like I-40, because I think it's I-40 exit 4. I have to look it up. I know coming out of, I want to say Oklahoma, you get there. There we go. So let's see, I'm looking forward to get back out to drive truck. Who's hiring? I'll tell you how to find out who's hiring. Okay, go into a truck stop like this one right here, a Flying J, or a Pilot, or a TA, or a Love's. Some of them have books. Some of them have business cards. Back where you go into the restroom, there's a wall and there's a whole bunch of business cards. Take every single card in there, take it home and look at what they offer, write it down on a notepad and see who's offering the highest sign-on bonus, and see who's offering the most amount of money per mile, and go with them if they'll hire you in that state. Just got update a new DOT card. Yep, so that's what you do, is you get in touch with whoever is offering a sign-on bonus, however much, the most amount you can get a mile. And if you're wanting to do a lease purchase, you can go for a lease purchase at some place. Don't put no money up front for a job. Don't pay for a job. The job pays for you, and there you go. Try to get a place, if you're doing a lease purchase, that'll give you a month or a month and a half or however many weeks with no payment. And try to get a place that's got, if you're getting back into it and you're new, buy a brand new one from them. That way, if it gets you, it ain't gonna give you no trouble. And that way all your maintenance count is taking care of everything and you're good. And you ain't gonna be in the shop, out of the shop, wasting time. Further than that, if you're gonna buy a used one, buy one that's already been blown up and just been rebuilt, and it's got an engine in it that's just been rebuilt with 400, 600 million miles on it, whatever, 600,000 to 1 million miles, probably 7 to 1 million, just been blown up. They put a new clutch in it and all that. Same as the same truck, same price as the same truck across the street that's fixing to have to be rebuilt. So either you get real old that's just been rebuilt and it's got papers and a warranty, or you get brand new, because you're not playing this old truck. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. I'm looking at 2019 too. I'm gonna do some changing up, man. Like I said, I just ain't had time. And then I got caught up in a snowstorm, and you know, stuff holds me up from doing further and more, but Love's is my favorite stop. Yeah, Love's are all right. I started doing pilots because I get a discount there that's so large compared to everybody else now. It's difficult for me to even mess with anybody else. So I'm just like, whatever. Go to Love's, get the discount, and then, you know, pick up and deliver, man, you know. So it's all in who's got the cheapest fuel, because that's my bottom line. I got no loyalties. If Pilot starts going higher and Love starts going a lot cheaper again, then that's where I'll go, you know. But I like Love's because they have wider parking spots, and they seem to have the tire technicians and all, where a Pilot doesn't usually have a shop. Pilots are not known for having mechanical shops. If they are, it's some no-name, you know, shade tree kind of mess, and it may or may not get you what you need. They'll have to drive to Freightliner, and they'll charge you a couple $100 an hour to do it. Understandable, yeah. So I'm just chilling. We'll listen to some more music, and but you will absolutely find a job in the back of a truck stop in those books or in those business cards, whichever. If they've got both, try to get the books. The books are way better, and they'll tell you and write down what they offer. Ask them all the questions. You know, how long is your orientation before I'm in a truck and rolling? How much do you pay a mile? All that. Let's see. But I'm at home playing American Truck Simulator. Well, you know, that don't pay that well, dude. But you should put that on YouTube, man. Show me some videos like that. I'll watch it, because you know what? I didn't want to buy that game because I'm cheap. Do you have any videos up on your channel? Because now I'm going to look for that. If it's yours, I'll watch it. Do a video and put it up on your YouTube channel, and on one of my on one of my videos that says comment, you know, put through, because a lot of them are comment by approval only. Find one that you can make a comment put through, and I'll see it. You know, whatever in it. But if it says comment by approval only, go ahead and put it anyway. I'll check it tonight. So do a video now of it and show me send me a link to it. I was wanting to actually check that out, but I'm just too cheap to buy that game. I've got other games that I work off games off of PC, people. I'm old school. Like, I'm 8-track kind of old school. So you're talking computer games, you know, on a PC. And I've got every single one that I could possibly find. I even got some, I think, man, one of them was a Black Ops something. I ain't had time to play them, because even in that snowstorm I was working and trying to make it so I didn't have to get a wrecker. You know, that kind of stuff. So, and you find time to catch up on, you know, clothes and that kind of stuff. So I should have played some video games. Next time, maybe. I need to show, I got a camera and I got a ceiling mount. I can put my laptop up on my CB radio. I'll show me playing some Porsche Unleashed. You think I ought to make a live and show me playing some video games? I could do it. Show all the trucks coming in and throw my video game up on the. I've got Porsches on there. I got a couple of Need for Speed ones. I don't like running from the cops. I always try to drive real easy on it. I'm the one guy that I drive slow so I don't get in trouble on the video game. So make fun of me if you want to, but I'm just like, man, I ain't trying to start no mess. You know. But I got some cool games. I just need to break them out. I got a box of them. Let's see. You're busy playing in the snow with Kiwi. Well, Kiwi was the weatherman, and we were going to get coffee. I was shoveling and you know, making it so people had a place to walk, because they weren't taking care of the walkway. They were taking care of everything out front and nothing in the back. I was like, that's not right. So, but the guy did come back there with the dozer, so that was cool. I dug that. So let me check my time, man. I'm fixing to, I might have to get going. 30, 50, that's all good. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1, 2, 1, 6. Yep, I might have to get going, people. Oh, I got 6 in the room now. I was just chilling and talking. I guess I got people supporting me and stuff here. Yeah, I'm on my PC. So Martin McMickens, do you have any videos of it? I'm gonna ask you that, and it won't be long. Like I said, I gotta get off this thing, because I'll look you up, but make a comment and then tell me to check out your channel, and it may or may not let you leave a link, but let's see here. Mickens, let's see. Yeah, I wrote your name down, so maybe I can find your channel there. Do a video of it. I for real want to see how it works, because I think they even have one for PC, but I don't want to buy something until I see it, and I ain't had time to look that up. I got an old World War II fighting game. I got a few little older ones. Let's see. God bless you and be safe. It's a crazy world. Yeah, well, the world better look out, because there's some crazy truck drivers in it too, and we're ready to take over. We're gonna build an island. Look, we're ready to get paid. We're ready to have better hours of service rules against us. Let's see. I'm playing ATS on desktop. Okay. We'll get you a tripod so that you're not having to hold the camera, or set it up on a soapbox or whatever you got. Be safe, bro. Yep. I'm gonna get out of here. But Mark McMakins just sent me a link. Anybody, if you want me to check out your channel, your videos, I check stuff out, you know. I like YouTube for what it has, and send me a link to whatever you got, or tell me to check out a video name, whatever. Icon, I appreciate you helping me find what time that was. Everybody, I really appreciate everything, you know. And this is your channel as much as this mine, you know. But when I hit finish, it'll go up as a video. And I'll tell you what, if y'all want to see some cool stuff, like I said, look at the video where I'm stuck in the snow. The one that has in the tag, let's see, Trucker Stuff Island, that's my next move. Yeah, so look at the one that's marked walkabout. Okay, people? The one that's got walkabout in it shows me walking around the back, shows that American truck, but then when I walk around the back, I see a few trucks, and then I'm like, whoa, this guy's really snowed in. I shook his hand, and then next to him, some power trucks were completely covered. Let's see, Phantom 903 channel, bro, that's my channel. Okay, send me, when this is done, make a comment on one of my videos so I can click on your name. Otherwise, I won't find you. You know, let's see. But I'll write it down, so I'll be looking for it. Phantom 903. All right, yeah, I'll check it out. So I don't like do a whole lot of sub for sub, but I will sub to some channels, especially if it's something that I'm like interested in and all this. Man, I tell you, it'd be good if they had a snow shovel channel. We needed some. There was some people up there that needed some help. I was good, man. Like I said, I planned ahead, and I told them about that 2 years ago. Put up a video. Anyway, nobody watches my stuff, right? So check out the one where I do a walkabout. It's really cool. It shows the trucks in the back lot and all the snow they had to shovel, and that's what you'll be doing if you don't make a road. And then I've got on Twitter the aerial photos, and on, let's see, Kiwi's channel. You gotta, I'm subscribed to Kiwi. I don't know if it's Kiwi's Unleashed, or if it's Andrew something, or if it's something Road Train something. One of his videos is named Road Train. You'll find him. I'm gonna get off this thing though. We got Photobomb by Shao Logistics. So gotta get going. Clock is ticking. People, I'm out. Y'all stay safe. I'm gone now. Okay, let's see. You would have to get Steam account to get the game. Oh, I ain't worried about, yeah, I ain't trying to get all that. So, Andrew Worth channel. That's right, Andrew Worth channel. That's Kiwi. He changed it. It was Kiwi's Unleashed. We're gonna put him on Leashes or Kiwi something. And then Kiwi 2 needs to get him a channel. And they're gonna try to do a collab where one's on one video side of the screen, one's on the other, and they're talking to each other. He wanted to know how to do that. I said, I don't have a clue, but you can do it if you do a collab before you're doing a live with a laptop. So he's gonna work on that. So y'all stay safe. I'm out of here, and check out the walkabout and check out the other one I was talking about. So And thanks a lot.